Nuevo Mexico in the casas. What's up, HD? Mr. Derek, as always. Oh, and there we go. What's good, Mockingbirds? Iron Hombre, thank you for that membership, my man. What up, AC? It's a beautiful Monday. Decided to pop a live in today. Haven't been live by myself in a good week and a half. I'm sure you guys want to chop it up about something or another. What's up, Albuquerque? Hope everybody's had a nice Easter. Just over a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. Hope everybody had a nice Easter. Myself, yeah, we had a great one, man. I actually smoked a turkey, and I don't mean I got the AK-47 and killed it. I mean I smoked the turkey, homie. I don't mean I put it in a crack pipe either. I mean I smoked the turkey in like a barbecue thing, right? It was in there for about 4 hours. And this time, what I did different was I actually marinated the turkey like Chicano style, Mexican style. I didn't do the typical American marinade. I did brine it for 24 hours. And then, I injected it with some orange, lemons, put some chicken seasoning in it. It came out absolutely fabulous. Gino Sanchez, La Llorona's going to get you, homeboy. What's up, JC? So let's see what we got today in the building. So I posted this today, right? Let me see. Here we go. Right there, man. These youngsters are ready to do 25 life, but can't do 4 years in high school. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right. And it reminded me, when I was a younger individual, and I see it still to this day now, you get those young guys that will sit there and say foolish things like that because for a split second in their minds, they actually believe that. They actually believe that I don't care. I'll go do life in prison. I'll do whatever the hell I want. But then, what these guys don't realize is one day they're going to wake up in a cell. They're going to be looking up and it's going to hit them like a bag of rocks or a bag of bricks. It's going to hit them that they destroyed their lives, man. That's it, homie. There ain't no knocking on the door and telling the cop, hey, man, I'm sorry. I regret taking that guy's life. Can you please let me out of jail? It's not going to happen. So the message to them youngsters is you better think twice, homie. You better think long and hard about what you're doing because it ain't that easy. It ain't that just, I don't care, I'm going to do it, because everybody that I know, and I know a lot of people that have done many years in prison, I can tell you every single one of them regret it and wish that was not the situation they're in. But, that's what we do when we're foolish. We think life is one way, and in reality it's not. And then you get these other guys, and I remember this one guy left a comment. They always got to, try to throw something in there. Hey, homie, you didn't do much time in the paint. I could do that time on my head. Man, I've been hearing that slang since the fucking late 80s, early 90s. I could do that time on my head. And those are the same vatos on the phone calling their mama every day. Come on, mom, send me some soap, send me some this. Nah, you ain't gonna do no time on your head, homie. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna do time just like everybody else. People always talking about they're gonna do time on their head. Yeah, Simón, carnal. Andrés Escobedo. ¿Qué pedo, Escobedo? First time watching live. Blessings to your show. Love it. That's what I'm talking about, homie. Yeah, we public enemy #1, man. People love talking about us. People love talking shit. But you know what? I don't care, carnal. See, when you gotta respond and do all that stuff, it's because it's hurting you. It's because the truth hurts, homie. But when it's fake stuff and all that, I don't gotta respond because it's fake, homie. The worst they got on me is Gil's a lame and Gil's a bully. Well, if I'm a lame bully and I'm bullying you, what's that make you, carnalito? That makes you something of a chump, oh boy. What's the topic of the day, Gil? Whatever you guys want to talk about. Man, you can call in. It's Monday. Drinking a little bit of Wawa. But like I said, I was talking about this saying right here. These youngsters ready to do 25 to life, but can't do 4 years in school. Something ain't right. Another thing they can't do, I saw a guy leave a comment. It was actually a great comment. He said, these youngsters are ready to go do time for their homies, but they can't do 8 hours of work for their family, and that's a damn shame. But it's real true, man. It's a shame that so many people are caught up in that life, and they'll do all kind of time in and out, and all the while if they got kids and they got family, or leaving them out to dry, man. And unfortunately, they sometimes won't find out how important family is until the family cuts them loose, carnal. And what we're trying to do here is we're going to try and teach these guys the right way, homeboy. Jeffrey, you were the same way. Tell me, if you would have caught the beginning of the live, sucker, you would have heard me say I was the same exact way, fool. So pay attention and say it after you heard the whole thing. Jeffrey Arguello, you'll be all right, carnal. You're gonna be all right. Hey, Gail, how you do it? I do it this way, and I do it that way, carnal. Okay, George Allen. Raza needs to speak up at the workplace, or y'all be making minimum wage for 20 years. While the dude that's been there 1 month makes more. That's the reality. But like I said, an unfortunate part of us a lot of times is don't cry, fool. Don't do this, fool. But nah. Well, I did it. My bad, homie. I just has. There you go, Orgullo. No worries, homie. Many people jump to conclusions all the time, and then all of a sudden they figure out, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. See. So yeah, man. Right now everything's going to hell. Nowadays, you wake up or be a slave. Man, I just did my taxes. My wife and I. It's the most taxes. I won't say how much, but it's the most taxes we have ever had to pay in our lives. Right? It's the most. And I'm like, what is this, man? And my wife's like, really? I said, welcome to the middle class, sweetheart. That's what it is. The middle class are the guys paying the most amount of taxes percentage wise compared to what they make. The rich don't even pay that. The rich have all kind of loopholes. They have all kind of corporations that they don't even pay that much in taxes at all. We as regular folk, yeah, dude, we're getting boned, man, for lack of a better word. We're getting boned, and all I see is us getting taxed like a mother. I see people getting out free money. Oh, they're giving that monthly $1,000. What you giving that $1,000? Now, come on now. Patty Sanchez, what's going on? Feliz lunes, Gil and wifey. She's out and about, but I would definitely tell her, Patty, you would have been a good cop. I would have been a good detective. I wouldn't want to just be a cop. I'd want to be a detective. Maybe, a little homicide detective, something like that, robbery detective, something like that. Yeah, I guess I could see myself and many homies that were in the lifestyle be that. It's just the way you're raised and the way the streets raise you. I guess you can say. Hit that like button and share. Whether you like the vato or not, support him. We need to stick together. And if we don't agree, imagine we work together these last 50 years instead of killing ourselves. Oh my God, for sure. And there's a lot of people that eventually will come to the table. You don't know how many times I've gotten that comment. Gil, I fucking really disliked you. I hated you. Oh yeah. And I pretty much heard I fucking hated you for such a long time because people would just catch one snippet of what I'm talking about, and people believe that that's just the person who I am, just that one little snippet or something somebody says about it. That's who that guy is. Oh man, if you're judging a person from one sentence, one paragraph, then you ain't reading the whole book. Carnal. But eventually, I'll get people that be like, man, homie, you're really speaking some stuff. And that's what we're doing over here. The thing is that people don't like it because the truth hurts. That's bottom line. The truth hurts. And a lot of times they don't want to hear it. And that's why they'll sit here and talk acá, que no eres cholo, que no eres esto, que yo soy más chingón. If you were that much of a killer, homie, you wouldn't be on YouTube on my comment section. Killer. Santa Ana, California has the highest taxes. The Orange County as a whole. No, but my taxes, I think the majority of my taxes were federal, man. And they just, like I said, they did me. That's one thing Trompito screwed a lot of people on. That's the one thing that I believe he screwed everybody on. He gave millionaires the biggest tax break ever. They went from 30-40% to like 20 something. And the rest of the middle class got screwed. Anybody, look at your taxes within the last 4 to 6 years. All I know is after those Trompito, the tax thing, that's when we all got screwed. Let me see who's. I don't do private, but let's see who it is. What's up, Danny? Talk to us.
I got a little joke for you.
Shoot the joke.
8 years ago, I went to court.
Okay.
I went to court, and there was a guy, a tough guy in there, and the judge goes, "You're gonna get 6 months in jail," and he said, "Well, I'll do that shit standing upside down." He goes, "Oh yeah, so I'm gonna give you 2 years. Do that shit standing upside down too."
That's the one, Danny.
and
Yeah, you've heard that for the longest, right? I'll do that shit standing on my head.
yeah, and I got another question for you, Gil.
Yeah, shoot.
Nowadays, when you apply, like, let's say, for example, Indeed and all these Craigslist and all this, I got a question for you. If you were to apply and somebody said, I got a job for you, but I'm a third party, and send me your SSI and send me your ID, and you got to download an app so we can pay you, would you do it?
Never.
You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it.
But there's a lot of jobs that are like that now. There's a new millennium that we're living. A lot of jobs are like that now. I don't know if you're informed about it or got knowledge about it, but think about it and see how you would answer that question, because I really would want to know that question.
No, that's my answer. I mean, listen, if it was like a reputable website, yes, but if it's on Craigslist, no way. Craigslist or any of those apps that you don't even know who these people are, no, those could be so easy for somebody to scam you, get all your information. All of a sudden, you got 20 credit cards all over the country.
Yeah, but then again, like let's say DoorDash.
Yeah.
All these apps that people are making up, because nowadays people are making up apps. You can make an app,
Yes.
American Cholo,
Yeah.
and I'm going to deliver all these shirts and all these hats and everything, and you can work for me. That's the third party. That's the way a lot
Yes.
of companies are working nowadays. Now, would you do it? I'm going to ask you one more time, and I'm sorry about that.
No
would
problem.
you do it?
Like I said, if it
Would you
was,
do it?
I would be very, very hesitant to do it unless it was a reputable place that has reviews that I can really look into. But if it was Craigslist off the back, I would say easily no. The other ones like DoorDash and all that, those are reputable companies. Or even like I say, if it was on Amazon, if it was on if it's on a bigger platform, but they show the link to go to it, then yes. But if it's just its own link and it's telling you, give me my SSI, one thing with your Social Security, that's the last number you should ever have to give to anybody ever in your life, because that number, once they take it, that's it. They can put it all over and sell it to everybody. So I hope that answered your question.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Gil. Good answer. Thank you very much. You have a good day, sir.
For sure, my man. Thank you. Yeah, don't ever give that SSI number, homie. American Cholo is our tío. Support him. Some support, some don't. Some want to hate, but that's why I got that. Where's that one? There you go, carnal. Look at that, homie. Me, public enemy number one, carnal. Trucha for that vato. Oh man, they love to hate me, homie. They love to hate me. Need to vote out white folk liberals. Vote for conservative Latinos. Family, especially the father, is most important in a child's life. And I agree. I agree to a point to that. I mean, I'm talking about voting people in who are trying to get something done, man. Bozo is the next talker. He laughs out loud. Well, I saw that, and I saw a lot of people trying to give Bozo a hard time for that one, but Bozo wasn't the one that brought that up, man. That was all Boo Boo Bear. Boo Boo was the one that asked him, so Boo Boo obviously must have heard it somewhere, have seen it somewhere, and I think Bozo's answer was elegantly put. It was nothing but respect for Toker, rest in peace, and he didn't say like, "Hey, yeah, I am." Then he just said he'd be honored to be putting him in the same categories. The guy and gave Toker all the credit, and then people just sometimes we just look for a reason to want to hate, homeboy. We just look for a reason to want to hate, carnal. Don't look for a reason to hate. Love your brown brother. Man, what's up, Mega Man? ¿Cómo estás? Gil, what's up? The Mega Man podcast. Go check out Mega Man. I saw you just did a interview with Incredible Javier, Mega Man. That's what's up. I believe in the flat tax. I believe in the flat tax because I'm flat broke. I love it. I love it. Hey, people, I like that one. I believe in the flat tax because I'm flat broke. I believe in fucking lowering the rent, homeboy. I know. Bozo not even close to what Toker was. He never said that, homie. Relax, carnal. Bozo is the Chicano 50 Cent. Hey, Bozo's gangster, homeboy. Listen. You can say whatever you want to say about Bozo. Bozo tells it exactly how it is, exactly how it feels. He don't sugarcoat nothing, and people don't like that. I do the same thing, and people don't like it. But you know what? He's around everywhere. He's still in his neighborhood. He's very actively out there. I'm not talking about active gangbang. He's actively out there. You can find him anywhere, anytime, any place. Oh, we got a phone call coming in.
Call.
Unhouse Ojeda. What's up, Michael? Talk to us.
What's up, Big Gil?
You know what it is, carnal.
right here, trucking it, bro, at work.
Trucking it, and you mean
Hey,
you're screwing up, or trucking like you're driving the truck, homeboy? Let's make sure.
no, I'm driving. I'm driving a big rig, bro. I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
That's right. What's going on, Mike? Talk to us.
Hey, I just wanted to see if we could touch on that base with the houses, which way they're going. A lot of people are under the impression that there's going to be a crash or a dip in the market when it comes to houses. I was just talking to my brother about this. I just bought myself a brand new home in September, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's pretty expensive. And then I was kind of telling my brother, like, hey, bro, jump on it, you know? And he's like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I go, look, if they do dip,
yeah,
they're gonna dip maybe what 20, 30, 50 at the most, but it's not gonna go down what people think of 200 grand. They learned from the previous crash. What was it, back in 08 or 10?
Back in 08. But no, it's listen, if I know you just bought, Mike, but if somebody were to tell me, hey, Gil, should I buy now? It's absolutely not. Some people hit me up on Instagram. Gil, should I buy now? I tell them absolutely not. Right now, the market is so expensive right now. If you bought and you put a lot down and you pretty much rolled over your other house, then it's kind of the same because you just got a lot of money from one house and put it into the next one, right? But if you're coming in there as a first time, if you're coming in there as a first time home buyer, it's going to be scary. I would say just wait, just trust me, just wait. And a perfect example is this: look at the vehicles right now, right? Look how much these trucks cost right now, right? I was truck shopping because they just crashed into my truck and total lost it, right? But the only reason I actually bought another one because they gave me so much for my old one, so I'm just rolling it over into this one, right? But if
hey, did you tell me you had a passenger?
No, I didn't tell him I was a passenger. No.
You didn't tell him I was in the back.
so we get paid. but no, the recession is coming. I think Goldman Sachs just put out a thing today. They sent out an article to all their investors or whatnot, and they put it in there that they believe within the next 2 years that there's a 35 to 40% chance there is going to be a recession. All the signs are there. There's a certain way they look at everything as far as like since World War II, and all the signs are there. The reason I believe the market hasn't crashed myself, I've been saying it's going to crash for the last 2 years. My wife's like, you've been saying, I said, the only reason the market did not crash in the last 2 years was because of COVID. Because what COVID did, COVID put a stop to everybody's credit card bills, to everybody's eviction, to everybody's debt that's owed. And it's still kind of pushing away. And that's why they keep giving this free money away. But right now, we're maxed out, homie. We are completely maxed out. My cuñado calls me yesterday or on Saturday and tells me, hey, fool, they're trying to charge me $60 for a haircut. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's insane. That's why I go to the local hood. I pay $15, 20 with the tip, carnal. But the thing is,
hey, that's why I just shaved my head myself.
There you go. No, but to me, is it gonna crash? Absolutely, dude. Because who can afford to continue to pay these gas prices? Who can afford to continue to pay these food prices? Who can afford to continue to pay these rent prices? This is 2008 all over again. But the problem is it's much worse, and everything is just way inflated. So I would say that it's going to eventually happen where we're going to wake up one day, the stock market is going to crash because with the fuel prices, people are going to stop paying their cars, right? Because you got to figure something out. I'm not going to stop paying food. They're going to start paying their car notes. You're going to start seeing the car notes, cars getting repoed, right? And after that, what's going to happen? People stop paying their rent, and when people are going to start getting evicted. But right now, it's a hold. And then after that, people stop paying their mortgage. Once people stop paying their mortgages because they can't afford to pay the gas, pay the food, the market crashes because the banks are no longer collecting that money, and they're doing the same thing with the houses again. They're doing different kind of loans like they were doing in 2008. So it's a 2008 scenario all over again. I think just a little bit worse. I would say personally, hold on to your money. That money is going to be worth much more once all this dumps. So that's my prediction, and we'll see how it goes.
So do you think they're going to drop that drastic though?
Well, the thing is,
and I know you said the crash, but do you think it's going to do what it did back then?
I believe it is. I really do. I believe it is because if you look at the amount of money that people owe right now, my sister-in-law works for a bank, right? And then I tell her, hey sis, so are people paying their loans? She's like, yeah, because during the COVID time they weren't paying, right? She's like, yeah. The only one they're not paying is their credit cards. I said, credit cards, huh? I said, how much do you think America owes in credit cards? She looks at me like, oh shit. I said, yeah, America owes trillions of dollars in credit cards. So if they're not paying their credit cards, there's something wrong. And there's a lot of people that aren't paying their bills, dude. But like I said, the COVID is the one pushing away. I think that the houses will drop, like in my area, will drop about 200 grand because Right now, where I'm living at, they're at $1 million, dude. And I'm like, the hell's these houses are not worth $1 million,
Damn.
but that's what they're worth right now.
Yeah.
Around my area, the houses are now, I think one just sold up the street for about 800 grand. So it's 800 to $1 million. And my pay rate has not gone up 3 times since 2012 when I bought, right? So how is it that the houses
Yeah.
are so expensive? It's just people with money pushing it in there, pushing it. But eventually, people can't keep up with the Joneses, and this thing's all gonna drop, dude. But I mean, if you're good and you're paying, and your mortgage is something that's you is doable, you got no problem with it, then you really don't have to worry about it. Because if you're in your house for the long run, it doesn't matter because it'll drop, and then eventually it'll pick up again. And it's always done that. If you look at Google, the market, like right, the stock market, 1981 it crashed. 1991 it crashed. 2001 it crashed. 2008 it crashed. This has been the longest years that it hasn't crashed. And like I said, I believe it has to do with two things. It has to do with COVID one, and also the Trump tax breaks towards the rich. When he gave them a tax break from 30 something percent to 20 something, almost like 14% drop. That was them again getting money to keep going, because I think it was a time where they were maxed out. But it's gonna crash. How hard? Who knows?
so-
But it's gonna crash.
Hey, who do you think is? Because I trip out when I see all this. I'm on the road and I'm going through city after city, and I'm like, and I see all these houses being built, bro. And I'm like, first, like, who the hell is buying these, and where the hell do you work that you're able? You get what I'm saying? Like brand new big ass pads, bro. Like, and it's crazy. Like, just
Well,
I'm like, damn. Like I thought we were
No.
supposed. Is it like investors? Is it
well,
banks? Is it like who? Like,
it's places like KB Homes and other big, they're like the biggest home manufacturers in the country. Those guys all work off the stock market. They're not using their own money. They're using stock market money, right? So they can build as much as they want. And then when the economy crashes, they just pull out. They'll leave the houses there. They don't care, and they just crash the market. The investors lose most of their money. The guys who are building it, they get laid off, and here we go again. But rule number one for people who have money: never use your own money. That's all investor money. That's all money coming from the stock market, from me, you, anybody else who puts money in that stock market.
yeah, no, I get you. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I bought this house, like, again, I seen it from the ground up, and I put a nice amount, bro, like a nice chunk down, and then my payment's still kind of ridiculous. And I was like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it's
It is what it is now.
it's a scary thing. But if you can handle that mortgage, it might be a little high. Maybe you can even hopefully before this thing dumps, you can refinance it and get your payments down at least a little bit, regardless of what you owe.
Come on, dude, go.
Beep with that fool. But yeah, because the points are going up.
Right now, bro.
All right, Mr. Michael, I appreciate the phone call, homeboy. You know what it is.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off real quick. One last thing you can touch on, bro. I hit you up last time. You can talk about
Yeah,
that.
shoot.
How screwed up this child support thing is. Then I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
I'll let you talk about it, but I'm gonna jump off, bro. I'll let you do your thing.
You got it, Mike. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. All right, so Carlos Linos, thanks for that super chat. What up, What up, hip? Or keep doing what you're doing, Homer. Respect from you probably said Gil from SD. What's up, SD? So yeah, me and Mike had a conversation, and see, that's the phone number down there. People think they can't get a hold of me. I answer that phone call all the time, oh boy. So he asked me, we're talking about child support, and I told him, he told me he got a letter, and they were trying to ask him for an outrageous amount of money. I told him, don't trip. That's typically what the child support system does. They send you some kind of letter saying they want an outrageous amount of money because they want to get your attention. They want to get you to call them and say, hey, what the hell is this? Or what they'll do eventually is, if you're working for a company, they're going to deduct that off your paycheck. That way you're like, what the hell is this? And people get all freaked out about it all the time. I had the same issue. I got all freaked out. This was years ago. I called them up and they're like, yeah, we do that so we can get your attention. Why don't you come on in? And then once you go in, it's really not that difficult, man. You go in there, you're going to sit down, you're going to negotiate how much you're going to pay. They're going to say, well, okay, how many kids you got? What do you got? And typically it's not that outrageous, man. And if you have and another one, while I'm on the same subject, if you have a child and you're going through some kind of issues with the mom, right, or the dad, but usually I'm talking from a man's point of view. If you have a child and you're not being able to see that kid, you got rights, homie. You got rights. Doesn't matter if you're a felon. Doesn't matter what your situation. You have rights, especially if you're paying some type of child support. You go to your local court. You tell them, and they have programs for you, so you don't have to get an attorney. The last time I took my son, I took him to, I think it was in Chatsworth. You go in there, you fill it out. You say, hey, I want to get child support. Okay, here you go. Fill this out. You get in line. You do process. This is what you do. Because calling your baby mama, say, B, you better come here. That's not gonna get your kid. That's just gonna get your problems. You go there, they will bring a mediator. You will sit down with the mediator. You tell the mediator, listen, man, I want my kids this, and this every other holiday, yada yada yada. Eventually, the mediator is gonna be like, okay, this is what I'm requesting to the judge. And 9 times out of 10, whatever they're requesting to the judge, then go to the judge, and they're gonna let you see your kid. And if it's only a little bit at a time, it's fine. But after 6 months, it's like a refinance. All right, 6 months. Listen, I've been getting my kid. I've been paying my child support. I want to see my kid more. You go back into court. The judge is going to grant you more time. Exercise your rights, man. There should be no excuse if you're a father and you want to see your kid that you can't see your kid. And you'll hear that a lot of times. Oh, she just doesn't want to let me see my kid. Yes, that is one part of it, but the second part of it is you don't want to do the legwork to see your kid, and that is your child, and you should spend as much quality time with your child as you possibly can, because if not, what's going to happen is you're going to regret it. I guarantee it. All right, let's see what we got, man. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Oh, this guy. Instead of laughing at the comparison between Tucker and Bozo, why not say the positive about Bozo and what he's doing for the Raza? But as always, we got to hate. Yeah, George Allen. That's what happens. Yeah, the Bozo interview was fire, homie. That guy's always, homie. Always. Nah, Steve, get off of that, boy. Sharp. What's up, Sharp as RTV? What's going on? I partied with Bozo before. He's good people. Yeah, Bozo's gangster, homie. People just can't handle him sometimes. What do you think about crypto? Oh, man. You know that I had a guy, this is no lie either. I had a guy that was a project manager where I was working. This must have been in 2013, 2014. He told me, Gil, buy Bitcoin. I'm like, Bitcoin? What the hell is that, man? Buy Bitcoin. And I didn't buy any. I think he bought 100 or 200 bucks. If I would have bought 100, 200 bucks for the Bitcoin in 2014, I would have made good money. I didn't. This is a way about crypto. I guess from what it sounds like, it is the way of the future. I'm an older guy, so obviously I'm very skeptical of it. And what I don't like about crypto is how volatile it is and how easily, it's not easily, but how when people eventually hack into it, they can steal your money and it's gone. I think if crypto was federally insured, it'd be much safer. Until then, I mean, I would get in on a low level. Just, in other words, if you're gonna put money into crypto, don't be putting your life savings, because you might end up with a heartache that you could never come back from. So I would say invest wisely. Don't invest too much. Invest money that's play money for you, right? Don't invest the farmhouse and the kids' college fund in crypto. Hopefully that answers your question, Mr. Brother Alonzo. See what you guys got in here. I once thought I was giving Bozo constructive criticism. He told me he'll give me gas to beat my ass. Bozo said, hey, fool, here's $20. Fill that tank up or put a couple gallons. Come meet me. I'll put the beat down. Yeah, I can see Bozo saying that. You know what it is, too? And I've noticed that on myself as well. I believe a lot of times when you speak with somebody during, like, without me being right now on the live, right, on a text or on a comment section, the other person on the other side of that comment section, if depending on how they feel, they take it the completely wrong way. It could be something that just like that, like you said, something criticism. But if it's something that somebody's already heard and they're listening from you, they're like, man, fuck you. That's how people feel. I see that, and I've spoken to people on the phone that on the comment section we're going back and forth, and this guy thinks I'm being this combative guy, and that once we get on the phone, like, oh shit, man, this is much different than what I thought. I'm like, yeah, that's how it is. Don't take all the comments too hard, people, because that's just what it is, man. Real truth talk. You know what it is. It's funny how people love fakeness and hate realness. It's the truth. Yeah, because the truth hurts, carnal. Because the truth les duele, homie. Let me see what you got. That's how Cosby. What the hell? Yeah, you ain't lying, fool. You ain't lying. Gerardo said 3 burritos and 6 tacos cost him $45. What the? It's only gonna get worse. It's becoming real Real scandalous out there, man. Mr. Raider Tommy, vote for Gil. Vote for Gil. There you go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that super chat, man. Yeah, just the truth hurts. I mean, the truth hurts, man. What's up, Stilo 13? Always appreciate you, my man. New Mexico gave stimulus to illegals. Now they're giving free college tuition and housing to illegals, and they just passed a bill for free money for gas. Listen, with that, I'm not for that, man. I'm sorry, but I am not for that. I am all for trying to help illegal immigrants get a pathway to citizenship. I think that's one of the most disgraceful things that's going on in the U.S. right now. That they haven't fixed it or even attempted to fix the illegal immigration issue we have. But in a time where you have skyrocketing fuel prices, you have skyrocketing food prices, people can't afford their rent, people can't afford their mortgage, everything is out of control, and the government's giving free money to somebody who's illegal. Come on, man, that's just wrong. Listen, give aid, give help, yeah, but to sit there and actually start, no, 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 no. You are you gonna, if you're in a household, are you gonna feed the house next door to you while your people are starving? No, man. You gotta fix that, man. Edward Alcalar, saludos to North Hollywood. You know what it is. People are moving. People are moving. Let's see what you guys got over here. There we go. Mario Hernandez, I bought in Chatsworth in 2016 for 620,000. No way over a million. You bet. I bet you money, homie. He said I bought in Chatsworth in 2016 for 600. No way over a million. Well, why don't you look at North Hollywood? I mean, look at North Hollywood in 2012 and look at North Hollywood in 2022, homeboy. North Hollywood now is 700,000 to $1 million, carnal. Maybe not over there, carnal, but over here it is because this area is popping, homie. This area is becoming like West Hollywood, homie. We got the art district, we got the metro, we're close to the 5, we're close to the 101. We got everything over here, carnal. So yes, way. Everybody, give a hold on. Where you at here? No, that's the wrong one. Mr. Rogelio is in the building. He just came back from the Ukraine border. What's going on, Rogelio? Talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, homeboy. How you been, man? How was your Easter?
Pretty good. It was pretty good, man. I've been in the pool getting a tan.
You
Hey,
been?
listen,
Talk
I
to
can
us.
tell you've been eating a lot of taquitos because your cheeks are getting bigger.
No, dude,
Hey,
look at this, homeboy. Look at this, Roger. Looking sexy as F.
yeah, you've been doing a lot of rutinas. I can tell you with West Coast Graffiti.
Hey, don't be talking shit to my boy
Hey,
West Coast. What's up?
hey, man, listen, I'm not going to talk about financial situations or anything like that, but I am going to talk about this. So I wanted to get your take on the video that Gunner made.
I don't care, Roger. Listen, I don't
It
care
was
what those
about
guys make, Roger. I don't care. I don't watch. That's the difference between me and them. I swear to God, on the homies, I don't watch because if I were to watch and reply to every jackass out there, brother, that would consume my whole day. That would consume my whole day. So I don't watch, Roger. I do not. I promise you.
Hey, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think that Neil Lazard has like mental problems? He, like a little retardation. I mean, what's your take on that?
Roger, go ask him, homeboy. Go ask him, homeboy. I don't. I don't care, Roger. No, don't be
Okay,
trying to
most
start.
important, bro.
I already got enough beefs, homeboy. I don't care, carnal. I'm doing my own thing, homeboy.
Last question. But when are you gonna replace Boo Boo and put me there as a sidekick, bro?
Your
I'll be your fucking DJ.
your prices are too high, Roger. You want like 20,000 per episode. I can't afford that, Roger. I'll give you about 10,000 per episode, Roger. You gotta meet me halfway somewhere, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever listened to Charleston White?
You know what? I listened to Charleston White when he first came out, right? I haven't heard him in a
Yeah.
minute because it was almost the same thing. I do understand. I do understand a lot of what Charleston White says. I just think his approach is way too disrespectful. But the core of what he's saying is a lot of facts in there, man. I'm not gonna bullshit and lie about that.
Well, yeah, I agree with it in a sense, like with the Chicano culture. I mean, looking at it from like he goes against the black culture and
Yes.
stuff like that. That wasn't. But don't you think that the whole Sureño culture and all that and the Cholo culture has been very detrimental to the Hispanic community?
It has definitely, and just in general, both the north, both the south. That has destroyed, that has separated us hugely, huge. It made us into many more tribes, and till this day, it separates us. So it's destroying the core of our unity. Absolutely, I can't say it has not.
Well, not only that, but I mean, if you look at the Indians, right? Indian Americans right now, you know, these guys, they're the highest earners in the country of any race. They beat the Asians out, the Chinese, right? Or the whatever the Asians are.
Right.
And these guys went one generation to, you know, nothing. I mean, if you look at India, they're a really poor country.
Yes, they are.
I mean, and look at them now. You know, they're all the doctors and everything else, but they don't have this cholo culture.
Well,
and look
no,
at us, man. We've been here for
well,
years, and all we're doing is picking cabbage, bro.
well,
And you know, fucking talks up to our knees. Like,
All
what's up?
all right, Mr. Roger, I got another phone call, my man. I'll get you on the next one. There we go. It's Big Raj. Big Raj, he's bringing some good stuff, huh? Mario, what's going on, my man?
What's up, man? Hey, just like you read my comment, I was saying that housing market is going up. We bought in 2016, and now it's way over $1 million. Like, housing is good debt, man. And I appreciate you giving like Latinos like kind of that knowledge, because a lot of us don't know. Like, I grew up in Burbank from like a single mom, like she immigrated from Cuba, and like that kind of info just doesn't get passed on a lot. So I just wanted to give you your props for that, man.
Thanks, Mark. You were so see. I remember, just like I was saying, when you see text, sometimes you could take it the wrong way, and that's exactly what happened between you and I. Because I saw that you bought in 2016. Yeah, because that was still coming fresh off the market, crashing in 2012. But if you buy right now in your neighborhood, it's so expensive, and then
it's super expensive.
Right? You couldn't afford you wouldn't qualify for the same house you bought in 2016 right now in 2022.
There was a house down the street on our cul-de-sac that was sold for $900. They remodeled it. They put it on the market for 1.4, and then it went for 1.68. Like, it's insane right now. Like, you have to like try to invest while you can, because pretty soon it's just going to keep going up, like you said. But it might crash, but it won't crash like it did before.
That's what they all say. We'll see. All right, Mario, thanks for the phone call, my man. Appreciate it. I got another phone call. All right, buddy. See what we got. Junior, what's going on? Junior, you hung up, homeboy. Sorry about that, carnal, but you gone. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about. I don't know if it's that Armando. Bad respect, Big Gil. Keep up the good work. Loco, what's going on? Homie, thanks for the support. Thank you, Real Truth Talk, man. Real Truth Talk. I see you got a YouTube channel over there, man. Go check out Real Truth Talk, homie. Did a lot of time in jail. Now he's a family man enjoying it. I love that. I love seeing people coming out of jail, enjoying life, and doing their thing, homeboy. Finner Lokes, ¿qué onda, carnal? Gil, blessings to Raza. Here we go. Got in here. Get you. There we go. Tony, what do you want to talk about, buddy? Talk to me.
Nothing. I got a little question.
Okay, shoot.
So, I've been listening to you for a real long time. Appreciate that you take calls and you give your input. I guess what I have is a question. So, yesterday, Easter weekend, I was with the fam. I was hanging out, and I had a friend come over, right?
Yeah.
Now, this friend, he's a gang member. He's in and out of jail. He just got out actually yesterday.
Oh man, okay.
And I haven't done anything. I wouldn't say done anything bad, but I kind of stay away from the neighborhood, you could say.
Yeah, of course.
For about 5 years, maybe 6. You know what I mean? So everyone knows. No one asks me for anything. Like, I'm a family man, right?
Yes.
So I guess my question is, because he came and he was like, I'm trying to do good now. I'm tired of fucking up. I'm tired of going to jail. Like, I want to get on the good path. And I kind of told him, like, hey, just stop getting in trouble, this and that. But, like, it's hard, I feel like, because I had him in front of me. And trying to explain to him, like, hey, just start going to work and this and that. And it's like, I feel like he literally has all the odds
stacked against him. He's tattooed in the face. You know what I mean? Like he
Yes.
can't go to any one of these other jobs and be like, hey, go ahead and hire me, because it's like he can't work retail. He's tattooed in the face. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I guess my real question is like, if you had that kid in front of you, like in front of you,
Right.
how would you tell him, or what would be the first step for you to tell him, like to get him on the right path?
I would tell him, first off, you got to stay away from the streets. You got to stay away from negative people. You are who you hang around with. If you're hanging around with a bunch of guys who aren't working and getting high, guess what? You're going to be not working and getting high. If you're hanging out with positive people who go to work, take care of their family, do the right thing, that influence will also rub off on you. So first of all, depends who you're hanging around with. If you don't got any of those, stay at home. Find a hobby. Stay away from the neighborhood. Stay away from those negative people, because they will bring you down. That's one, right? Number two, you got to get employed ASAP. And right now, whether you have tattoos in the face, all over, it doesn't matter. You could do warehouse work. You could do construction work. I actually, what area are you guys from?
I live in North Hollywood. I mean, from all the stuff you post, I'm pretty sure me and you live in the same neighborhood.
Oh, there you go. But there you go. So
yeah, he's when you drive down the street, you'll see like his graffiti and stuff like that. But
okay,
you know,
yeah.
But we're from the same area.
Yeah, so right,
like,
and right now you got to be
you know,
careful, because it's active as fuck out here. It's very dangerous out here, and fools are looking for that.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been out the mix for a while. Not that I ever was like, I was from a crew. I used to tag and shit like that.
Right.
But like still, like we know everybody. I know everybody. I know who lives where and things like that.
Right.
But like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm just with the kids. I'm just working this
Of
and that.
course.
And it's just like they give me daps and they congratulate me. So like,
Yes.
I feel like he sees that, but it's hard to come by too, because like, not hard to come by, but it's easier said than done. You know what I mean?
It is, man. It really is. Like I said, first of all, you got to stay away from the hood. You got to stay away from negative people. And most importantly, after that, you got to get a job, because what happens a lot of times, and I've been in there too, you come out of jail, you feel a little bit like a rock star because all the girls are on it, all the homies, oh, look, the homie just got out. And he gets that little bit of fame and he gets that energy. He goes back and does the same thing. You need to get a job ASAP. And right now, people are hiring.
What happened was I think he's starting to see that that camaraderie. I mean, that camaraderie's still there, but like just the glam and glitz is starting to wear out of like just being from the hood and being the superstar. Like, because at the same time, like he came to me and said, hey, I want to do good. So it's like if he wants to do this, because things aren't going so well in the hood either. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like I said, I want to tell him, like I want to explain to him better, but the only way to explain to him is to get that little foot in for him. Like, hey, this is the first step, because that's how it was with me. I quit doing drugs. I quit hanging out.
Yeah.
All my friends just went on their own little hiatus and their own things. And a lot of them not looked down, but they were like, oh, this is weak. He's tapping out. He's this, he's that. Fucking 3 years later, they have their own kids. They're looking for work, and they're like, damn, we should have kind of did what you were doing. I'm like, I didn't, it wasn't something that I didn't want to just turn my back and be like, hey, forget you guys. I was just like, I got my own shit to focus on.
Well,
that was it. But
you're an important part of this guy's future if he wants that future, because what it is too is everybody in the streets in one shape or another needs a mentor. Now, are you going to get a mentor that's going to drive you towards crime? You can get that as well, but you're the type of mentor that can actually help this guy. So it's just communication, but getting that job, homie, getting that job is key. And if you want, hit me up in the comment section, leave me an email or hit my email up. I'll have a couple numbers you may be able to call and possibly get this guy a job, dude, somewhere that
because right now I'm trying to hook them up with the Proyecto del Barrio, because
oh, that's a good place.
They're doing trucking school. So yeah, it's over there in Sun Valley. Because I mean it's there's a lot of resources, but they're just not put out there like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was watching the Bozo one you did, and he had a good one too, where like they feed people and they're hooking people up with jobs. Like,
for sure.
We need to push stuff like that. And honestly, bro, like I admire what you're doing, because it's like not a lot of people are pushing positivity out there. They're pushing like, oh, get this chain, like get this car, get all these bitches. It's all it's nothing. Like that goes away quick. We all have our little moment to shine, and then after that, it's like you end up becoming a low life because you keep trying to relive those moments. You know what I mean? At least that's how I feel.
No, it is. I mean,
so,
so
I appreciate you taking the call.
For sure, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, let me see. You gotta be a mentor to these guys. Caller, what say you? What's going on, my man? Talk to me.
Nah, man, I was talking about. I want to talk about the last call about sureños, norteños, bro. You know,
Okay.
my personal, bro. I think that. I mean, I know what you're saying, bro. That they're bad for the community, but if you think about the streets, man, I think it's necessary, bro. Especially for Mexicanos, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all about. Unfortunately, man, if you don't got people protecting you, bro, people other races gonna punk you, bro. So it's like a necessary
Evil.
unfortunate thing. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the prison system, in the streets, you know, if Rasta don't stick together, bro, eventually it's like the country. You know what I'm saying? We don't like war, but we got to go to war. You know what I'm talking about? Like
no, I understand.
that's how I feel, bro.
No, listen, I understand what you're saying. And when all this gang stuff started, yeah, it was necessary, right? Because there was a lot of racial stuff going on. People were getting together, but it went from something that was a small fight in every neighborhood to murders. It went from a backyard party fight because when I was heavily involved in gangs, there was always like this set of 5 or 10 gangs don't get along with this set of 5 or 10 gangs, right? So it was always like a side. And now in today's neighborhoods, everybody's fighting because young kids that are out there in the streets, they don't know how to communicate, they don't know how to problem solve. So the way they solve their problems, they start fighting, they start shooting one another, they start killing each other. But now times have changed where we don't need to be killing anymore, bro. And if you look at all the barrios in any area, they've only gotten smaller. And they haven't gotten smaller because other neighborhoods are banging on them. They've gotten smaller because people are buying your property, people are kicking us out of our neighborhoods, which nowadays your neighborhoods, most neighborhoods, all if not all neighborhoods have gotten smaller. They're gonna continue to get smaller and smaller because we're too busy fighting one another instead of making money with one another.
No, I agree with that, bro. I wish Sureños and those things will get together, bro, and then realize we stronger together, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Eventually we got to get our houses in order. And once we get our houses in orders, we can try to get both houses in orders. But at least the difference now is we're actually having those conversations where 10 years ago, these conversations were not even taking place.
But I'm from Florida, bro. I'm from Florida, man, and I respect the West Coast, man. Y'all put it down for Mexicanos and nationwide, bro.
That's
I
right,
respect
hombre.
y'all a lot, bro.
All right, Playboy. Shout out to
Hey,
Florida,
appreciate
man.
it, bro.
All right, you got it, my man. Thank you. Bye-bye. There you go. Big Florida's in the building. Let me see what we got. Was Mr. Bam in the building? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. I'm trying to go back through the comentos right here. All right, what do we got here? Let me get a little beat. Saca la mota, cabrones. The conversation is the conversation. At those prices. Who is buying at those prices? What job do they have? It's like I said, it's a lot of people that are not from the community buying at those prices, man. That's what it is. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Chale, carnal, chale. Tell me first. I got New Mexico calling. Let's see what you got in New Mexico. What's up, caller? What say you?
American Cholo.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Talk.
what's up with that fool?
I don't know, homie. I don't know. I don't care, homie. Their ego's hurt, carnal. That's all it is, really. I don't even watch them, homeboy. If the shit that I was saying wasn't true, nobody would make any videos on me. You know what I mean? So obviously something's hurting on their side, and sorry about their luck, carnal. you know.
Fuck them, vato.
All right, player. Have a good one. Have a good one, homeboy. You got it. All right, full late. Yeah, if the truth wasn't the truth, they wouldn't be saying anything. But obviously, it's hurting them. It's hurting their egos, carnal. Let it keep hurting, carnal. Oh man, egos are very, very sensitive. All right, you guys are talking about. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up to the comment sections. Take him to Homeboy Industry and it takes balls to wake up and go to work every day, and he has to pull all of himself. Yeah, for sure. Let's see what you got. What's up, Rogelio?
Just a couple things. So I want to answer a question of who's buying all these houses.
Okay, shoot.
Number one, a lot of it is, these iBuyers, offer pad, stuff like that. So it's a lot of stock market money that's buying the houses.
Okay.
Number two, a lot of people now, especially in tech and other jobs from around the country, California and the blue states. They're moving out to west, cheaper states because they can work from home now.
Yes.
So a lot of these guys are buying over there. Now that's a risk because but there's a whole new job market now for work from home. So you can afford to buy. You have families now that can buy houses and stuff like that. They'll move to areas where they wouldn't move before. Now they're moving out of the inner city and they're going into like suburbs from
Right.
different states and they're buying properties.
Right.
So that's another thing. So that's who's buying these houses. Another thing too, what I wanted to say was, and that's the thing. So anybody right now that's priced out, I mean, all they got to do, if you're priced out of the market, and if you're not doing so well, just work on your credit, man. Wait till the thing crashes, because you really can't buy like for instance, I mean, the interest rates have gone up big time.
Yeah, you
I
won't
think the lowest
qualify.
rate right now is 5%. When I bought this pad, I think I got a 2.75, and
That's
that was
good.
like back in September.
Right.
So now it's 5%. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's going to crash eventually because of gas and the food supply and everything else that's going on. But if you are, like I'm telling you right now, and I just want to tell the callers out, because in 2008, I was a renter, but what I did was, I rebuilt my credit and all that stuff, and hey man, it's opportunity for you. You can always buy. That's the great thing about
But
America.
the thing
So,
is, a lot of times that we as Latinos, they're not really informed on it. Like how you say right now, you went from 2.99% to 5%. To a lot of people, that's Chinese arithmetic. They don't even know what that means, and we got to educate people on how this stuff works.
well, yeah, I mean, it's a $600 difference in your mortgage payment. So
There you
yeah,
go. That's the way to
it-
teach
it-
them. All right,
yeah,
Mr.
it's pretty important.
All right, Mr. Roger. Appreciate that
All right,
feedback,
brother.
man. All right, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, good credit, man.
Late. Man, look at that. Roger's dropping some game on us today, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, people don't know the 3%, 5%, all that stuff. It all means money, man. It all means money. We just need to educate ourselves on what that money means. Let me see what we got. Somebody me mandaron un text. I gotta make sure. I just rolled. All right, Luis Rivera. I just rolled my fifth or sixth blunt for the day. I lost count. To be real here. All right, so Lewis is really high. Then oh, you know what? While you're at it, thank you. You reminded me. One of the latest sponsors of ours, Casa Flor. They're out of Sacramento. They grow, distribute the whole thing cannabis, man. Make sure you guys go check out Casa Flor. You can find them on Google. You can find them on Instagram. They got rolling papers. They've got flour. They got that. They got whatever you need. Casa Flor. And it's a brown-owned business. Support brown-owned. There you go. I give them their plug. Appreciate you guys sending that merch and that stuff out. Is the homeboy industry priest going to the meeting? No, he is not. I've actually tried to get that guy an interview. He's a little bit difficult to get because he's a busy man, and God bless him for doing what he does, man. Let me see. Fidel Garcia, hey Gil, much respect for being on the 28 podcast. A lot of positivity came out of it. Question: how can I get into an apprenticeship program with no prior experience? What can I do to stand out? Email me. I just actually got a text from the homies in the union, Eric. Yeah, can you is that what it is? Email me american1cholo@gmail.com, american1cholo@gmail.com, and I'll try to at least send a link that you may be able to get hooked up in that stuff. But it's just about getting in there. A lot of times, unfortunately, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But yeah, it's just getting in there and working and working and working. Yes, sir. We live in different times. Get with the times, homies. Oh yeah. Gil, what do you think about the China lockdown? I think it's crazy, man. China has a zero policy on COVID, and China is a communist place where the government tells them what to do, what to see, what to watch, what they can watch, the whole shebang, right? People think that every place is like America. No, farther from the truth. It couldn't be farther from the truth. Yeah, China's really locking down their people in some of their biggest cities. So it looks like maybe another wave of COVID is coming, but I don't know if America's ready for that. I don't think America's ready to go on lockdown again. I think people are are tired of all the hypocrisy with all the politicians. They can do whatever they want, but yet we have to be on lockdown. You know how many small businesses went under because of the lockdown? People lost their livelihood, their homes. It's a damn shame, man. But it's come to the point where we got to live with it. I mean, we got to just go out there and live with it. I don't think locking us down anymore is any good. Mm-mm. Build your credit. It's time to do it. G Hustle. What up, OG? Aquí mero, carnal. Aquí mero. Mm-mm. You should get him in, Gil. Homeboy Industry. Yeah, like I said, I've emailed them. They gave me a certain email. I talked to somebody, but the gentleman's just real busy. Maybe I'd have to go over there, and that's okay. He's got that coming for me all day long. Let me see. Gil, what's up with Alex Alonso? He ever coming back to the podcast? I remember you two going at it over homeless crisis. Yeah, I don't think Alonso. I posted a little thing on my thing. He never replied on my Instagram, but me and him talk every once in a while. And I put that, hey Alonso, how's that? What did I say? I said, how is statistics? I said, how's the statistics looking out for you? Because when he came on the show here and I was telling him, like right during the BLM stuff and all that, I said, crime's gonna go through the roof, Alonzo. Everything, no, Gil, you can't say that. No, you can't say crime. We look at murder stats. I said, well, that's why I did a little video maybe like 3 weeks ago. I said, so how those murder stats looking now? Everything's going through the roof, just like how we predicted on the channel, because that's what happens when you take the pressure of gangbangers on the streets. They do what they do, and that's what happens. So yeah, I'm hoping to get him. Actually, him and FG are supposed to be coming on here pretty soon. We haven't set a date or anything. I hit up FG. He hit me back up. He's just real busy. The guy's working. Him and FG have a new podcast out, and it's pretty good stuff. So hopefully I can get him and FG here, but probably sometime after May, because right now I'm probably going to do like one or two more interviews because I'm real busy with the May 21st event. There's a lot of logistics because I wanted to, I want it to go off well. I want it to be a professional thing. I don't want it to be some cheesy ass thing. We want it to look good, have a good vibe to it, and it's a lot of stuff to do. So hopefully after that we'll get them on, man. City. Brother Alonzo, if you could have a second meeting in the future, what city or state would you be interested in working with? I think I would be interested in just about any city or state that wants the message. I don't want to go anywhere and push the message where you're not wanted, but I'd go anywhere in the state of California. I think this is the okay. I think the key to this it's a war thing, right? We're going to war, but political war. We get California on Los Angeles on board, San Diego. You start working up, San Jose, Sacramento, San Francisco. You get all of California on board, as many cities as you possibly can. After that, you got to go down the Southwest. You got to go to Arizona. You go to Phoenix. You go to New Mexico. You go to Texas. We start working down all these Cali Max states, and that's how you get your numbers. That's how you get your groups, and that's how you start making a war chest. Because within any war, you need a war chest, and that's when you start getting people to donate to actually be able for us to move around. And eventually, who knows? Maybe we can get a bus. We can go from town to town, and preach our gospel, man. Which our gospel is, we don't want to be part of anybody's movement. We want our own movement. We want money in our schools. We want certain things taught in our schools. We want safe streets. We want drug addicts off our streets. It's pretty much what any family member wants to have. But unfortunately, too many times people just say, get in line and join this group. But no, I want to make our own thing, because when we make our own thing, then people respect us. Then we can have a seat at the table. But right now, they're not giving us a seat at the table. This is the table all politicians have. They're making us sit at the kids' table and just say, listen from over there. Well, no, I want to sit at the table with the rest of the adults, homeboy, and that's what we're gonna do. China, no, China is a state capitalist. China is a communist country, man. They can say that all day long. Come on, now get out of here. Come on, Charlie, homeboy, Charlie. I don't play with them. Okay. What we got? School the homies on what prevailing wages and why it would be beneficial for a homie working in the construction field. Prevailing wage is a wage that's usually given like when you have federal jobs. They say you have to have this minimum wage, and it's usually pretty damn good. Usually like $45 and up. And sometimes employers won't pay you that, and that's when they get sued and they lose their ass out. But no, listen to me. Any job in construction is a good job. Any job that pays you is a good job, because even if that job isn't the highest paying construction job, you're learning something. And eventually, once you learn something, you can go on to make more money. Unfortunately, a lot of people think they're gonna jump on. They're gonna be the rock stars of the job site. They're gonna be the ones running. No, it doesn't work like that. It's like anything else. You got to work your way up. but learn as much as possible as you can. Because why? Because knowledge is power, playboys. Mm. And what happens if you go to I don't even know what HBI is, homeboy. I'm sorry. I was denied 2 jobs after background check, so I got my Class A CDL after working AG while applied to Firme Trucking Holly, and after being selected for the job, I was denied after background. Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I don't know what you have on your background, but a lot of times, if you got like robberies and stuff like that, they don't want it because they're scared. If you got drug convictions, they don't want it because they're also afraid. No, you could be moving drugs. It's unfortunate sometimes, to shake that your background. It's real tough, man. I've already had Marvelous on. I think he said all he's got to say. The milk is puss and the the earth is flat and people aren't Chicano but him. And come on, I mean that's a pocho, homeboy. You don't even listen to Vicente, carnal. Let's see what we got. Chicago, yeah, you go Chicago, Texas, yeah, shit like that, homie. We got to do it. That's what it is, brother Alonso. Alfonso, got to think big with the vision. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're doing over here. You got to think big because if not, you're not gonna go anywhere. People will say, "Oh, but you're just a Somebody told me this the other day, and I shut them up pretty quick. Dude, you're just a construction worker, a broke ass construction worker. I said, well, Jesus was just a carpenter, right? So I'm in good company, huh? People want to people want to hate what they don't understand. People want to hate when somebody's doing what they can't do. So they try to find a way to destroy the messenger, right? But don't destroy me. Try to knock down the message I'm giving. Try to knock down the message of us actually coming together as people, having conversations from different aspects, from Mexicano, Central American, Dominican, Cubano, actually having it and actually bring it together and stop with that stuck up narrative that I'm better than you. You ain't no better than me, homie. You pay bills just like me. You pay taxes just like me. You can die just like me. We all bleed the same. Ain't nobody better than anybody else in this brown community, or white or black. But what we're just trying to do, we're trying to focus on our brown people. Ain't no brown person better than anybody else. And anybody who thinks that is an ignorant fool, man. Mm-mm. Work benefits wages, skilled trades, homie. Dun, dun, dun. What's up? Nikki Pacheco, City of San Fernando, 818. That's what's up, man. Mm-mm. Sometimes you have to go outside the box. Yes, sir. Sometimes you have to go outside the box, California, get love and respect. Sad but true most of the time. Yeah, it is. But you know what? From the amount of messages that I've got through my email and through the evite that I send out, there's a lot of people coming to the May 21st event. I already see it. There's a lot of people coming out. It's going to be a full house. I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty successful event. At the very least, we're going to come together and show that we do care for our community, that we do want change in our community, and we want better for our kids. We want a future that actually looks better. We want to leave our homes in a better place than when we first got it. We want our kids to, be respected much more. We want our kids to have an equal playing ground much more. And I think us coming together, we'll do that, carnal. Let's see what we got. Check criticize. Lupe, humans reject, criticize, and attack what they don't understand or know. Yeah, what they don't understand or know, or what they can't do. It's the truth. It's what they can't do, and it is what it is. Let's see what you got. What's the email for the May 21st event? Here, let me put it on here real quick. Hello at Gmail. Right. There you go. Yeah, you can hit that email up. Just let me know. Hey, Gil, my name's so and so. I got one person, two people, whatever it is. And for all the people that RSVP'd, you're gonna get a VIP band. I'm gonna have a section closed off, so you guys will have seating in the first 3 to 4 rows. Anybody else who does not, you're not guaranteed seats. But I mean, the place holds 180, and it has a big like parking area outside, which will have food, we'll have jumper, we'll have somewhere to sit, and we'll also have a speaker out there as well, so you can actually hear from both sides. So if there's not enough room inside, you can sit outside. We're going to have 4 armed security guards, so don't worry about any mayhem going on. It's going to be a respectful place. And the reason we had it at a church, because It's a church, man. You got to respect the church, right? But it's not a church event. It is our event. The church has nothing to do with it as far as the message goes. They're just supporting the community. They're supporting the American Cholo platform. So shout out to Victory Outreach and Pastor Ray for hooking us up, man, with that venue. All right. You look like, let me see. Gil, the thing about the barbers is we don't care what you look like, but we also don't make miracles. Yeah, but no chingues, way. The barbers, $60 for a haircut, carnal? Nah, chale, ya se están pasando. I say right here, right now, barbers are price gouging. They are price gouging. They are trying to make us, and maybe you, Drew's Cuts, you vatos are price gouging, homie. If you guys are charging $60 for a haircut, the haircuts before COVID were about $25, maybe 30 if you were at a certain place. So you guys have doubled your haircuts. Your chair hasn't doubled. Nah. Come on, carnal. That's insane, homie. You got those are doing us dirty. I stopped going to the barber, homie, because this is the thing. You know who will go to the barber? And it's a shame. I've had this phone thing off. That's why. The shame is this. Typically, the ones who are going to go pay $60 at the barbers are the ones with the nice Jordans, are the ones with the jewelry, are the ones with the nice cars. But the thing they won't tell you, they're also the ones that live at home with their mama, that don't pay no rent, don't pay no food, and they're just flossing and living like they're living large. Me, myself, I live in my own home with my wife. It's just us, or my son. We live at home. Nobody pays my rent. Nobody pays my mortgage. We buy our own stuff. And myself, I've got the money all day long if I wanted to if I wanted a $6 haircut, but I refuse as a responsible man to pay so much money for a haircut. Tell me if I'm wrong, people, but I'm not getting my shit dyed with streaks, carnal. If I was getting my shit dyed with streaks, then yeah, I'll be paying you maybe another year when we blow up, carnal. I'll go blonde, homeboy. El American Rubio, homeboy. But no, I ain't paying that much, homeboy. Tell your barbers you need to cut it, homeboy. You vatos need to cut it. I'm talking about the prices. Ulysses, Gil, I just sent you an email for the 21st May event. All right, I'll respond. I got a list and I got all the people down, and it's getting full and full more and more every day, man. I appreciate you, my man. Let's see what you got. My barbers, Gillette, Fuse, and 5 all day, every day. They think they're there, Catratora. They're contractoras, huh? All right, Thrill TV. My girl cuts my hair. There you go. I'm trying to get my wife, but she's going to screw me up, my boy. Alfonso says he gets $35 haircuts out on the 209. I don't know, homeboy, but out here in the 818, they're going for 50. Any barbershop, they're going for 50 to $60. And I refuse, carnal. I refuse. I cut my own hair, homeboy. Yeah, that's what me. American blonde, homie. Then I'll pay $60. El American Rubio, coming from the mean streets of North Hollywood. Now I have some fucking blonde hair like this, homie. Oh man, let's see what you got. Will the event be streamed, Alan? Absolutely, 100%. The event will be streamed. Anybody who's going out there, if they want to pick up their phone and put it live as well and stream it on their YouTube or their Instagram or their Facebook, the more people see, the better it is. The more eyes see it, the better it is. The more the message is getting out there. And the message pretty much is we're coming together. We're going to network. We're going to awaken the sleeping giant, which is the Cali Mac voter. We're tired of people telling us which way to vote. We're tired of us not coming together and having these conversations. Some people will say, there's already places doing that, Gil. They're okay. Well, good for them. I don't know any in my city. Do you? Please tell me what city they're having these meetings with Raza in there to really speak about how we can come together politically. Please, please. But nah, the haters just want to hate. Oh boy, everybody's doing it, Gil. You ain't the first. Ay, pinche amargados. Man. No. Come on, homie. I have Goldilocks. If my hair was going like bald, yeah. I mean, you know let me tell you who I hated the barbershop. When I go to the barbershop, where I used to, I don't go to the barbershop anymore. Or even the hair salon where I go. When I go to any hair salon or barbershop, and you got that vato in front of you, you're next, and this was bald. I mean, this was got like maybe 3 pelitos, pink, right here. He's got a little bit of hair right here. And he goes in there, and the guy's just like, he gets the scissors, he goes, and he ain't cutting nothing. He's just, And this fool's taking up his chair, and the barber there is he's got to make him feel like he's paying his money's worth. But no mames, güey, ya estás pelón, cut it. If I was that, nah, homie, I'm getting the number one clip or no clip, and my hair's gone. If I get to that point, my hair's gone. So to all you vatos that are holding on to those little ping, 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 those little Donald Trump, nah, get rid of that hair, homeboy. Shave the shit. Help the guys behind you in line that have real hair to cut. Let them cut their hair, homeboy. Let that shit go, carnal. So that's the message for the barbers, homie. Yeah, 15 is good enough for a $20 tip. Absolutely, man. Oh man. Let me see what you got. Thank you for that membership, Mr. Gabe Herrero. I live in New Mexico. I'll be watching the stream and the highlights on American Cholo too, for sure, man. Yeah, we'll go set up. We're gonna go set up the cameras, the microphones, everything, and it should be pretty interesting, man. Like I said, like the worst thing that's gonna come out of it is we coming together and actually attempting it, But if we don't, that's a shame, And like I was saying before, people say, "Oh, but it's not gonna work." Listen, man. Apple, the biggest, probably wealthiest phone company as far as cell phones go, started in a garage, homie. Amazon started in a garage. All these big IBM, Microsoft, all these big companies started in a garage, started in somebody's brain. It was just a small idea, and I guarantee you there was people that were on these guys and said, "Man, that's a stupid idea. That's never gonna take off. Apple's never gonna take off. Amazon, who's gonna order stuff from Amazon? They can go to the store. Why would they order stuff from Amazon? That's ridiculous. What? You're gonna talk to people? No, people talk to you're gonna email? No, we have letters. There were so many naysayers that all these huge billion-dollar industries that say they will never gonna work. Why? Because they're too small-minded. They didn't have that vision to say, no, man, this could be something huge. And the more I speak to people around the city, around the state, the more, even around the country, because they take phone calls. That phone number down there, people call me all the time. I answer it, homie. So don't sit there and think I'm hiding. I answer that shit. I talk to people all over, and they all tell me pretty much the same thing. Gil, yes, we support it. Gil, we need this. Gil, we want to do this. And to those who don't. Leave it alone, homie. Leave it alone. Go cry in your corner. Go throw a rock at a bird or something, man. But don't bring that energy over here. We're actually attempting, and not just attempting, we are doing it. We are going to get together. We're going to speak about our issues. We're going to come together as brown men and women that are proud to be brown and want better for our communities. And if you're going to hate on that, then you just got a sorry-ass life, man. So let me go through the chats real quick. I'll take one or two more phone calls, and then we out of here because it's Monday, and we trying to enjoy the last bit. Maybe watch a little Netflix. It is what it is, man. It's here. Yeah, I don't think so, homie. I don't think so. I think my hair's gonna be there for a long time, Cardinal. Hopefully, man. Let me see. I was with my friends at the barbershop. This guy paid for a shaved head, and they by mistake sliced his head. I don't know, Cardinal. Shave it yourself, man. That's why you're here, perro. Norte, huh? Come on, Mr. Travieso. No, go bang somewhere else, Cardinal. Let me get this guy out of here, homie. Yeah, those are, like I said, those are the comment gangbangers, homie. They be out here getting bodies on the comment section, homie. Right now, they're at their mama's house playing Call of Duty, talking about I'm getting bodies, homie. If you a real one, you ain't in the comment section banging, homie. If you a real one, you ain't talking shit about somebody like that. If you're a real one, you're a real one, homie. But only people that are on that fake thing, you know what it is, man. Say positive, por favor. All right, people. So with this, I'm about to say I'm out. I just want to come through. I haven't done a live in a minute. Yeah, those are the net bangers, homie. I'm telling you, they got bodies. They got bodies for days stacked up in all those Call of Duty games, carnal. You know what it is. I'm not sure, but I might do an interview this Friday or Saturday. It should be with the Norteño homie from the 415. American Cholo, you hate Norteños. Look how he talks about them. Man, you guys are suckers, homie. You guys know what it is. Nothing but love from Southern California all the way up to North California, New Mexico, Texas, Chirac, New York, Florida, all across the country, man. And out to them haters, bam, Toman Weyes. I'll catch you guys later, man. You guys have a good one. Peace.